Hey, hey, it's Thursday, and don't forget to breathe. I actually think this is like the 40th of one of these I've done. Somewhere around there now, anyway. Didn't think I'd last this long doing this, but there you go. So it's Christmas, Christmas time. Oh, it's now Christmas evening. And I don't do Christmas. I haven't done Christmas for a very long time. And today was, as I said last week, I think it was that I'll explain why I don't do Christmas. I don't like Christmas. I have not been a fan of Christmas for a very long time. Bar humbug and all that. Let me explain. Christmas is for children. It's just that simple. Christmas is for children. If you're an adult celebrating Christmas with other adults and no children around, you're a fucking knob. You're a bellend. It's just that simple. Christmas isn't for adults. Christmas is for children. And since my two stopped being children a long time ago, and neither of them are fucking capable of delivering grandkids. But that's another story. Fucking, I don't know how the ex feels about that, but I'm pretty sure she probably feels the same way as I do. Is that the fucking pair of useless cunts we hired haven't fucking give us grandkids. So yeah, Christmas has never been a thing for me for a long time. Now, say for children, like my marriage fucking ended a long time ago. My kids were still fucking about 10 years old, possibly. Um, Probably a little bit older, I think they were, but not much. Uh, and so Christmas became a thing where I either got to see them on Christmas Day, and I didn't always get to see them on Christmas Day. If I got to see them on Christmas Day, it was only for about 40 minutes. And I'm pretty sure that evil bitch I married took fucking pride in that. She enjoyed the fact that she could fucking uh, just show up and long enough for the fucking kids to give presents and fuck off, and I wouldn't see them again. If I didn't see them um, on Christmas Day, then I got to see them on Boxing Day, and it was probably better seeing them on Boxing Day because they weren't running around anywhere else. They could actually fucking spend some time with me. But anyway, that means, I mean, that for me, it was like that 40 minutes with the kids on Christmas Day, and then Christmas was over. Once day back, it was pointless. Christmas was pointless. But then you get other people in the family, and they say this Christmas is for family. No, actually, it's fucking not. It's just not. And here's my point of view on that. And I lived this for many years. I lived this for such a long time, and I absolutely fucking hated it. And it's why I still don't. I don't like Christmas at all. I'm not a fan of Christmas, and it's not a bar humbug thing. It's a fucking social thing. You see, for many years I was forced, and the word forced is not too strong a word. I was literally forced to go and share somebody else's Christmas. I had to go and sit there and watch somebody else's family be fucking happy for a day, and I was expected to fucking join in with them. And all I wanted to do was fucking go home, get drunk, and fucking forget about the entire fucking shitty fucking day. And I'm sure I'm not the only person like this. I'm sure there's loads, absolutely loads of fellas, and I will say fellas because it will be mainly fellas who feel this way, that absolutely fucking hate Christmas, but feel that they feel pressured into going to somebody else's Christmas day. But anyway, what happens, how I stopped celebrating Christmas was I was supposed to be going round to family, which I didn't. As I say, I didn't want to do it. I've never liked fucking Christmas for a very long fucking time.
To
it's me again. So I've just jumped back in between cuts here because I've just started. Oh, by the way, cheers. I've just started editing the video, and I realised that there was a very important story I was about. Well, not important story, but there was a story I was about to tell, and I never actually told it. So, so I'm going to tell it now quickly now, and I'll slice it in there. But the reason why I stopped doing Christmas full stop was a few years back, as I was rambling on about. I was being forced into enduring other people's family Christmases that I didn't want to be there. So, like this one morning, this early hours of Christmas morning, must have been about 4 o'clock in the morning. I was supposed to be going round to me brothers or my mother's, one or the other, doesn't matter which. And like I woke up 4 in the morning, and I was like, I was sick as a dog. I was high fever, fucking completely out of it. Managed to like find my phone and fired off a text message that just said that I was ill and I wasn't coming round. Um, when I got out of bed, I was going back to bed. I was taking like painkillers and going back to bed. And when I wake up, I'll message it again. Blah 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 blah. And I fired off the text message. And I did. I took painkillers and I went back to bed. Well, anyway, I woke up, uh, slept right through the day. Woke up at about 5, 6 o'clock in the evening. Still feeling like shit. My Christmas dinner that day was a handful of painkillers and a fucking pint glass of orange juice. And I just spent the rest of the evening back in bed, and I was out of it until like I don't know, probably about the 27th or 28th or something like that. And I realised that nothing bad happened. I just didn't do Christmas. And the following year, when I was asked, I said no. Like I always said every year, no, I don't want to do it. And then you pressed them. But when they asked me, I just said, look, no, I'm not doing it. I am done with Christmas. Fucking, I'm not coming round. I'm not eating your fucking lunch. I'm fucking not doing Christmas. And I haven't since that day. Since that day that I was ill on Christmas Day. And I have made it a point to not participate in anybody else's Christmas since then. Anyway, that's the bit that I was going to tell you and I missed. So on with the rest of the video. Like I say, my kids. This is how long I have. I've disliked Christmas, and I've just touched on before that my kids were a little bit more than 10 years old. They were probably maybe no more than 12 years old, right? They probably my lad was probably 12, most 12 years old, possibly. When me and her split up, so like, saying 12, I'm just trying to fucking think how old they are now. We're all from the 30s now. How old am I? Fucking. So Sophie's 34, be 35 next year, which means Tyler's 37. I think 37, right? So that's so you're talking like over 20 odd years, well over 20 years that I've not liked Christmas. And yeah, it's just the worst thing. You've got and they think they're doing you right. They're thinking they must have this fucking superiority complex. As I always thought to my mind, yeah, I'm here to make you feel better, not to make me feel better. I'm here to make you fucking feel better. Because I don't fucking feel better being here. I would much rather be in here at home, which is what I'm going to do in a little bit. I have got the fucking alcohol in the fridge. And when I've done this, I'm going to crack open a bottle of fucking alcohol. I'm going to carry on. Carry on. What was the? I was thinking about this. I was thinking about this morning. Not that I was thinking about this, but there was the conversation between the race car driver and his pit lane, and he said, I'm putting my foot. I'm putting my foot to the floor, and I'm not going to lift until I see the finishing line. Oh God! And the pit went, my man. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fucking drink until I fucking pass out or I see God. I don't care which one happens. But that's always been the way on this fucking huddle of all days. I'm not even going to start on the fact that it's supposed to be a religious day, and it's not a fucking religious day. But yeah, I just get the feeling that like for the longest time, when other family members were inviting me around to their Christmases and like pressuring me to go to their fucking Christmases, um, it was for them. It was for them to feel better about themselves, not for me. I mean, if they actually cared about my feelings, they would have fucking listened to me and said, "No, I can't. I don't want to do it. Why don't you want to do it? Because I want to spend Christmas with my kids, and I can't spend Christmas with my kids. So I would rather not. I'd rather not go and watch somebody else's family be fucking happy for a day. It's like sticking a fucking knife in and twisting, and that's what I felt like. That's what I felt like. You always get shouted down like, oh, you can't fucking say, yeah. It doesn't matter whether I can or can't be like that. It's the fact that I am like that. That's the feeling. I can't fucking change the way I feel just because you fucking say I should feel some other fucking like some demented way in your fucking head because you've never fucking been through this shit. And that's it. That's why. It's just a terrible. It's for the kids. It's for the kids for being with the kids. And like I say, if you're an adult celebrating Christmas as an adult with other adults, then there's something fucking wrong with you. There's to be something wrong with you. It's just fucking weird. Just weird. It's just weird if that's what you're doing. It's just weird. I mean, if your kids are adults and you spend them with your kids, then that's that's okay. That's okay. That that's where it's for family sort of thing. But like, if you just like say like if no, say I just had a couple of friends, right, and we did Christmas together, that would just be weird. It would just be weird. Um, so what I've done today though, for the most part, I've sat on the couch drinking coffee and reading Meditations, Marcus Aurelius. Um, and it's interesting. I'm I'm going to find out more about Marcus Aurelius. He seems like an interesting guy. Meditations. I've never read Meditations before. You see the quotes. You see the quotes from Meditations. Um, and Aurelius was an interesting guy. He never wanted to be Roman emperor. Never wanted to be the Roman emperor. He even shared. He even shared his tenure with his brother, which like history tells us that most Roman emperors fucking kill for power. Marcus Aurelius didn't want it. It was basically forced upon him. And these Maximus, are they Maximus? Could be described as Maximus, I suppose. But it's very interesting and very enlightening stoicism. Yeah, that's it. I've had an interesting conversation yesterday. It was a drunken conversation with AI. which I've got to be honest, I do. I do enjoy these fucking conversations. I learn so much from AI, and I do enjoy these conversations with AI. Now, I say, it's that's me spirituality, Dudism. That's it. I'm a Dudist. I have been for a long time. I think um, I was ordained. Was it 2016? I think it was about 2016. I was ordained, but I was doing this before that. I was I say practice and do this, but you don't have to fucking do anything to be a Dudist. Basically, this is it. This is how you be a Dudist. But yeah, I likened Judaism with Stoicism, and there's similarities and there's opposites at the same time. It's a strange thing. It's a weird thing. I mean, you could describe Marcus Aurelius as a dude in time, but at the same time, there's points where he would stand against dudism. It's a it's interesting. There was what was the quote we were talking about? Hmm. There's a quote that gets mounted around an awful lot. I likened it to oh about pain, about injury, and dealing with the pain, so the injury doesn't hurt anymore, or something like that. Anyway, and I likened it to um, pain is temporary, pride lasts forever. When it does, it kind of like sounds the same, but it's not. It's like opposite ends. Um, whereas pain is temporary, pride lasts forever. Is like fucking pushing through the pain, fucking pushing through the pain. Whereas Aurelius accept the pain and live with the pain so it doesn't hurt, sort of thing. But yeah, it's interesting. Like I say, I read through the first four books I got through this afternoon, and it's not one of those things where you just read it. It's like a fucking storybook, and you just read. No, you read bits. You read through it, and then you think about what's actually said, what what the meaning is, and all that. And there's a lot that you need to understand about Aurelius and his life to fully understand what he was writing about. Not these, I say, maxims, and they probably are maxims for us, but they weren't meant to be public. Like philosophies for the public, not like Nietzsche or stuff like that. It was for himself. They were like reminders to himself. Um, like chapter two, and chapter two is pretty strong chapter. The words, and it's just basically how he feels about telling himself that he's going to face these fuckers, and he's going to have to deal with these fuckers, and it's all about how he deals with these fuckers, basically. Read it, just go and read it. Uh, it's it's an interesting read. Now, and the other thing that, like I say, I'm gonna find out more about his life, about Marcus Aurelius's life, because he comes across as being a really interesting bloke. When you think that, what I was going to say, because I keep sidetracking myself, what I was going to say was these maxims weren't wrote in the comfort of a palace somewhere in Rome. These, I mean, he spends a lot of his life on the warpath. Not that he wanted to be on the warpath; it was expected of him to keep the empire strong. And he spent most, and when you say most, you're talking decades. He spent decades uh, living in a fucking tent, besieging fucking cities and warring. Not that he wanted to do any of that, but these maxims were wrote in his war tent, in the freezing cold for the most part, where he was under duress, and he was supposed to be fucking leading this great empire, and these maxims was how he dealt with them. So it's an interesting stuff, interesting thoughts. So yeah, I'm going to carry on. Try and carry on reading it. It's, I mean, like I say, once I've got through it, it'll be one of these things where I'll go back to it time and time again. I will go back to it. There's some good stuff. It makes you think. There's some stuff already. Like I say, I've got through the first 4 chapters, and whatever it makes you think, it makes you wonder about yourself, about how it made me wonder how I deal with stuff. There's I've got a lot of stuff to fucking deal with. So maybe this will help. What else have we got? I ain't got much else to say, to be honest. I think the next one of these, will be New Year's Eve. Where are we? Tis Thursday, isn't it? Tis Thursday. Tis Thursday. So next Thursday, 7 days. So it'll be 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31st. It'll be New Year's Day. Start of a new year. So I might actually, what I normally do on New Year's Eve, now I normally put it on social media, but on New Year's Eve, I normally at some point during the fucking early hours of the morning, or leading up to the early hours of the morning when I'm well and truly fucking toasted, I normally do some fucking drunken rambling on. And I might post it. I'll probably, the chances are I'll fucking do that anyway, but I won't post it on social media like I normally do. I'm just going to put it on me on this account. Stick it on this account. And let that roll. Anyway, can't think of anything else. I'm going to go and get drunk. So that's me. I'm out. Look after yourself. Love you. Bye.